If people look at the chat at the beginning of this video, they are going to be very confused. I will not help them. Welcome back. We are talking about world building for the Osugitri speakers. So last video we touched on the desert settlement and the fauna there, and this episode we're going to be talking about the northern settlement. So I can see over the years, or the generations or whatever, that these desert settlement rain camels, let's say they can't take as many down to the southern settlement in boats as they thought they could. Let's say they could just leave some of the rain camels there. And I could imagine that they would then adapt and evolve into a northern sort of rain camel deal. But then that would be an invasive species, wouldn't it? Especially because it's an apex predator. Do we want to invite them there, or do we want to do something terrible? No. Wait. I got the idea. So they're Megafauna, right? Well, why can't they just walk through the river? There's a net positive northern camel influx. We can just have them walk. Through the river. Can't we? Okay. So, hear me out. The rain camels that were left in the north evolved to be smaller, and they lose their horns. Because horns are just more surface area to get cold. I do like the idea of them losing size and losing their antlers. So we could say that there's a split. There could be like a northern camel. Just that idea is humorous to me. So like a northern camel and a southern camel, and then a mediary camel, which like might not have lost its antlers, but it definitely got smaller. Would these be wild? So I feel like because their ancestors would be tamed but not domesticated, they would still be wild. The cold makes things get bigger. So we have a megafauna and then a megafauna. And we would be able to see a more diverse population of symbiotic animals. Is that like that square cube law sort of deal? The bigger it is, the more surface area it has, and the more surface area it has, the more heat it can produce? Surface to volume ratio. Yeah. So, we can say larger form. Do we want to keep the antlers? We do not want to keep the antlers. Especially if they were designed to reduce heat in hot climates. Okay, yeah. That's fair. So, we can't say that these guys are the apex predators here. I don't think we can. I don't know, how diverse do we want this to be? Because if we introduce the rain camels from the south, and they are an apex predator in the south, what would that say for the northern settlement? It would probably become an invasive species and just overpopulate. So it would be like a really big size difference, where the northern rain camel is the biggest animal, and then the smaller animals are literally just birds or rats. Apex predator either exists or doesn't. So can we say that there are two predators on the same level? Would they compete? Would they become territorial? No, they wouldn't become apex because they don't have the same diet. And then those old predators that evolved in the northern settlement could just straight up have a buffet. Okay, so then what do we want to do for the apex predator of the northern settlement? We can do something like bears. What are the other predators in colder climates? I think really just bears on Earth are like apex predators of temperate areas. We could do something like bears. Bear-sized beavers. Bear-sized beavers. Okay, let's run with that idea, actually. BearVers. Okay, so hear me out. These bear-sized beavers could lay traps. And not like traps in the sense of like you step in it, you're done. No, like we're talking guerrilla warfare. We could say that they're pack hunters that work to corner their prey into some area, and then while their prey is like trying to find an escape route, say that they have their prey cornered up against a tree. While this prey is like frantically trying to figure out what to do, there could be a bearver behind the tree just pushing on it and breaking it down until finally it falls and crushes the prey. They funnel their prey using large dams they made. Okay, so pack tactics. Pack tactics are a must. Desert rain camels could exist as solitary hunters, but in the north, the rain camels become packs. They use pack life. And these BearVers, one team chases the prey, the other lies in wait at the end of the funnel. That is insane. That is insane. Let's give it a size. So, do we want BearVers to be like the size of hyenas? Or do we want them to be the size of bears? I'm trying to think of like from foot to shoulder. How tall would they be? Let's go on the 2.5 feet size. We cannot what? Sutton, explain yourself. You have been explained before. It's bold of you to assume I remember things, Sutton. You remember my own language better than me. Like, I don't... Okay. About 2.5 feet from toe to shoulder. An apron predator. Sporting large, sharp incisors used for chewing down trees. These trees are then used to make dams on the river. These dams feature tunnels for BearVers to chase prey into, while a second team of BearVers waits at the end of the tunnel to attack and kill the prey. This is great. I love this. Now that we have that all written down, if you want to see more world building, check back for the next video. Alright, have a good one.